If you're watching this video, congratulations, you might have just clicked on one of the most niche videos on the internet. Because in this video, I'm going to teach you how to do inverted sprung cascade. Now, the reason this trick is unbelievably niche is because most people can't even do this trick, and this is a much easier version of inverted sprung cascade. This is inverted box. Now, I have no idea how, but if you somehow manage to end up on this video without knowing inverted box, that is definitely a prerequisite to learning inverted sprung cascade. And I have a full video on how to do inverted box, so I'll leave the link to that in the description. I really recommend you watch that and learn this trick because it's really cool, and learn all of that before you attempt this trick, which is inverted sprung cascade. Now, the other video I recommend you watch if you haven't already is my video explaining inverted sprung patterns. Now, if you don't even know what an inverted sprung pattern is, it might not make as much sense what I'm explaining to you in this video. So go watch that video, but if not, I'll give a quick breakdown right now. But before I do that, let's just make sure you know who I am. And by the way, in case you don't already know me, my name is Fly Juggler Bennett Santor. I've been juggling for over a decade. I'm an international juggling champion. I've juggled 9 balls, and now I get to teach juggling to hundreds of thousands of people like you guys through my social media presence. Anyways, back to the video. So all an inverted sprung pattern is it takes an async side swap and then does that side swap while having one extra ball going back and forth on every single throw. So if I take the side swap 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then I have one ball going back and forth on every single throw, so 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, you just end up with the box. If you have the async side swap 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1 that you do with 2 balls, and you spring that pattern, you'll end up with sprung 3, 1, which has one ball that goes back and forth on every single throw, and the other 2 balls are doing a 3 and then a 1, like in the asynchronized pattern. So this is applicable to any number of balls, including 3 balls, because if I do side swap 3, so 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and then I spring that pattern, I'll end up with sprung cascade. So 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, like that. And let's say I did the 3-ball pattern called 4, 2, 3, and then back into 3-ball cascade. If we spring that pattern, that would look like 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 2, 3. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So literally any async side swap that you can think of can also be done as a synchronized side swap with a sprung ball going back and forth. So inverted sprung cascade is just sprung cascade. So in other words, side swap 3 with a ball going back and forth, except the ball that's going back and forth is going to be on top of the other balls rather than on the bottom of them like this. So that's sprung patterns. Let's get into how to actually do this. So as I said, a prerequisite is being able to do inverted box. And from here, what we can practice doing is a lot of different sprung side swaps. So what you're gonna really wanna practice is sprung side swaps that have a 3 in them, because it practices getting you ready for being able to throw that high throw that you will be throwing in sprung cascade. Because in inverted box, you can keep these column throws, or the 2s, below the top ball the entire time. But in inverted sprung cascade, it's much harder to do that. So the first thing we should practice, just to begin with, is being able to do inverted box, but being able to raise our 2s above the 2x ball that we throw. So I would start with inverted box like this, and then I would start practicing throwing the 2 balls, and then I would practice throwing the columns higher than normal. So maybe something along this height. As long as they go above the 2x ball, you know you're actually setting yourself up to be able to do inverted sprung cascade. And once you're at a comfortable height, I would actually recommend even just trying to go as high as you can. So maybe like boom, 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 like this. So you're doing very high column throws, and you're really speeding up your 2x so that you can get it to that height. Okay, so once you can do that one, the next sprung pattern I recommend you learn is sprung 3-1 or sprung 3-1-2. So the reason you should learn this is because it actually helps you practice doing a throw from one side to the other side of your body while in sprung. So like boom, boom, boom. So instead of doing like this as a normal box throw where you catch it in the same hand, you do it like this, but you actually let it go across your body. So boom, across your body. And then the trick is to be able to do a switch under that. So 1, 2, and then you would catch it here. So before you catch it, you need to throw it back once more. 1, 2, 3. And the key is to invert that third throw. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. At first, it'll probably be pretty hard to invert that last throw. So you'll probably go 1, 2, and then you'll just throw it under it. But you really want to try to 1, 2, 3, throw it over that ball that's coming down from really high up. If you're not able to do that, you are not going to be able to get inverted sprung cascade. So then we translate this into sprung 3-1. So sprung 3-1 looks like 3, 1, and then back into inverted box. And then from the other side, 3, 1, and then back into inverted box. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And ideally, we want to be able to do sprung 3-1-2. So 3, 1, 2. 3, 1, 2. Now, another way you could conceptualize doing this is by just doing inverted shower with an extra 2x under those throws. So inverted shower and then an extra 2x like that. So once again, inverted shower, extra 2x, and then inverted box. Inverted shower, extra 2x, and then back to inverted shower. And then you go for as many inverted showers in a row. That is sprung 3-1, and then if you do the exact same thing but do box throws in between, that would be sprung 3-1-2. So 3-1-2, 3-1-2, 3-1-2, 3-1-2, like that. Okay, now the last one you have to learn, and this is probably the most crucial one, is 3-3-0. So you remember when you were learning 3-ball cascade, how important it was to get really good with 2 balls at going throw, throw, catch, catch. This is basically as fundamental to inverted sprung cascade as that trick is to learning 3 balls. So what you're doing here is you're doing a 3, and then another 3, and then your hand is empty for a beat, so you need to throw it back, and then you start the inverted box again. So altogether, it's like this. So I'll do it once again, 3-3-0, catch, catch, back into inverted box. So that's gonna be a tough one, but practice going from your right side and then your left side. So that was my right side, and once again, this is my left side. And then from there, you need to be able to do them consistently. So then you need to do 3-3-0, 3-3-0, 3-3-0, 3-3-0, and be able to just continuously run this pattern. Now that part is insanely difficult, but if you can do that, you will be set up perfectly for inverted sprung cascade, because what you've proved you can do is 3-3-0, 3-3-0, 3-3-0. So that is basically 2/3 of the pattern. And actually, I'm gonna give you one more drill before you start inverted sprung cascade, and it's doing cascade with a very, very low dwell time. So you basically want to almost be hot potatoing the ball. So you juggle really quickly like this, and you practice lifting your hand up to where the 2x would be thrown from if you were doing inverted sprung cascade. So you have to imagine every time I lift my hand up, that's a throw. So throw, 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 like that. So when you get your third ball, you're gonna start with that exact same 3-3-3, that sort of quickness in your throws, and you go 3-3, and then on the third 3, you throw the 2x as you do it. So 3-3-3. So once again, we'll go 3-3-3. And you can just let the balls drop at first. So 3-3-3, and then maybe even catch, catch. 3-3-3, catch, catch. Then eventually you want to try to get a second throw in. So 1-2-3-3, and then stop. 1-2-3-3, and then stop. And then you can see where this is going, but then you can just try to add catches until you can just run the pattern. So you might go 1-2-3-3-3, and then 1-2-3-3-3-3, and then you just try to run the pattern for as long as you can. Yes, like that. Now I want to stress, this is an extremely, extremely, extremely difficult trick. Inverted sprung cascade is absolutely no joke whatsoever, and the amount of speed and precision required for this pattern is extremely difficult. And the other thing that makes this pattern difficult is, like with 7 balls, let's say, when you're learning that, you could always just throw it higher to create yourself more space. But with inverted sprung cascade, there's kind of a sweet spot, because if you juggle too low, it'll have to be too fast and you won't be able to do everything. But if you juggle too high, it also will be more difficult, because then you have to throw these 2x's over a ball that's coming down very quickly. So throwing it too high gives you more time, but makes the pattern significantly more difficult because of the 2x's. And throwing it too low makes the pattern easier with the 2x's, but makes it significantly more difficult with the speed that you have to go, and with how much space is actually in the pattern. So finding the perfect Goldilocks zone where it's a speed you can handle, but also has enough space, is crucial. And it will take time. No matter what you do, this pattern will take time. So get those sprung sight swaps solid before really giving this a solid shot. And if you need more personalized help with all of this stuff, I totally understand. I can only teach you so much in a free YouTube video. So we have an online school community. I'll leave it the first link in the description, where we take you from where you are in juggling to where you want to go with as little pain and as much speed as possible. So if you're just watching this tutorial, it's one-sided and it's much harder for me to help your specific juggling pattern, versus if you join the community, I can take a look at your pattern, tell you what you need to do differently, and have you progress much faster so you're not stuck in the same place practicing the same thing over and over again. I really recommend you check that out, but if not, totally fine. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope that helped. It will take a long time to learn, but if you get it, comment and let me know, because I will be so happy that I taught another person how to do inverted sprung cascade. So yeah, I have a lot more tutorials coming out soon, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of those, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Happy juggling. Peace.
Everybody, tell me what you want. Just let me pack up your past. I got your diamonds and chains. I'm running out with a ride.